All right, here. Let's get into our censorship news here. Carbon passports are the next dystopian surveillance threat. Oh, let me open that so you guys can see it. So it's our friends from Reclaim the Net. Carbon passports are the next dystopian surveillance threat. What? The digital ID agenda is already on the horizon, but it doesn't stop there. The digital carbon passports are the next big proposal. Travel enthusiasts worldwide might soon face a drastic change in exploring international borders, with global warming triggering the implementation of carbon passports and could limit their wanderlust, asserts in Intrepid Travel in recently published report. Dubbing these restrictions and personal carbon allowances, the report, so now carbon passports, they're going to track your carbon all over the world and how much your carbon footprint is. It's all bullshit. Crafted in collaboration with forecasting agency The Future Laboratory, the report highlights the alleged repercussions of climate change on popular summer destinations like Greece, Majorca, supposedly deemed too hot for humans. Get the hell out of here. What a bunch of garbage. So they want to start tracking where you go, how you go, with what you go, and they're going to know what you're consuming. They're going to know how far you've gone. You're not allowed there. It's too hot for you. You're not allowed to go here because it's racist, because it's raining, right? So why don't they talk to Leonardo DiCaprio, that piece of garbage, and get him to say, hey, buddy, your yacht burns more diesel than a small country in Africa does in 1 week powering their small town, right? So let's keep going on. Censorship news. Doctor persecuted for misinformation wins appeal. Oh, I remember this. We were covering this. We were covering this show. So censorship, judicial system, and he obtained a copy of, so there's the copy of the ruling here, and he was basically prosecuted for misinformation that was true, and then he ended up winning the case. Good for him. And hundreds of Canadians have been debanked in the last 5 years, reports show. And yeah, this is something that they've been working on, Canada. We talked about this. We made our first video in 2017 discussing how Canadians, when digital currency gets implemented, Canadians will be debanked. We didn't say debanked. We said something else. We said debanked platform. We said something else to the measure, but we didn't say debanked. That wasn't us, but we were letting people know that they were going to shut the lights off when they want to shut the lights off. So here it is right here. A sweeping debanking wave has swept across Canada, affecting over 800 citizens in its tide since 2018, a number which includes hundreds who rallied behind the banner of freedom convoy. Data unearthed through an access to information requests of BlackRock reporter unveiled a disturbing pattern where 837 individuals found the doors of their bank slammed shut on them over the span of 5 years. The Financial Consumer Agency of Canada was brought into the loop through grievances lodged with regulatory bodies, shedding the light on financial strangulation that bypassed cases of validated terrorism and money laundering. So, in deeper dive into the numbers, it's revealed that the financial shackles tighten around 267 bank accounts and 170 Bitcoin wallets belonging to Freedom Convoy supporters, ensnaring the estimated 7.8 million. This exercise in financial censorship spun a web of scrutiny during a hearing on March 7, 2022. So there it is right there, folks. And this is going to happen. It's going to keep happening. These glasses are starting to fog up, guys. Let me change the mood here a little bit. So there it is right there. Let's keep going. Censorship. Lots of censorship news here for you guys. Canada plots to increase online regulation, target search, and social media algorithms. So we told you guys they're going to be coming after these kind of live streams. I mean, we've been streaming since Mike in the Night since 2016, and I haven't really noticed. I know that we're completely shadow banned, but I haven't really noticed anything where I'm getting in the mail or emails or anything yet. So I'll keep you guys posted on that for sure. And it's more government manipulation. Canada is taking steps towards potentially intrusive regulation of artificial intelligence as it pertains to its application in search and social media services. There it is. The government's intentions have been revealed, which includes AI application way beyond the realm of generative AI, similar to OpenAI's ChatGPT. Industry giants such as Google and Facebook, who utilize AI for search result, translation provisions, and customer taste recognition, respectively, are among the contenders lined up in the regulatory intent with the pro-censorship government intent on having a say on how these algorithms work. And it goes on to saying the framework of Bill C-27 leaves the identification of AI mechanisms that can be classified as high impact category to future regulatory proceedings. Bill C-27, by treating such search and social media results as high impact systems, is likely to raise eyebrows as the government's push towards regulating technology has so far been assertive of greater control over the content and therefore speech. And then it goes on to say here, very important, the bill is using the guise of freedom and expression to apply regulatory measures, asserting that it will be implemented in a manner consistent with the freedom of expression and journalistic, creative, and programming independence enjoyed by broadcasting undertakings. And then it goes into Bill C-11. Then it says, furthermore, Bill C-11, by updating the Broadcasting Act, subjects digital content creators to regulatory by the CRTC, a move seen as potentially stillifying to digital creators, a step towards online censorship. The debate around the bill, especially its passage through the Senate, sparked concerns among some observers that it might mark the beginning of a new age internet censorship in Canada. So they want us to get a CRTC license if we're broadcasting, but that's like 40, 50 grand for me to get. But Mike, you got to be fair. Other people will be getting, other people are bought and paid for. Mike and the Knights made $2,000 in 10 years. We made $2,000 in 10 years. So we're not going to be making $30,000 anytime soon to get a CRTC broadcasting license, right? We're not bought and paid for here, right? Oh, look at this piece of crap. Gruesome Newsom. California's anti-misinformation law collapses thanks to the First Amendment. Thank you, Americans, for standing by your Constitution, keeping your guns, and protecting your rights. The Golden State has succumbed to a mountain of lawsuits and replayed a hopefully debate law that sought to muzzle physicians, covering the whole jab advice that contradicted mainstream media perceptions. Legal action saw the bill initially enacted in September 2022 and implemented in January, brought to an abrupt halt. There it is. It's about, they want to cover up the last 3 years, folks. They want the last 3 years to go away, but the last 3 years aren't going away, right? And then the DHS plot to combine mass surveillance with AI. Again, Canada's doing it, and we have to sign up for that. Let's keep going. ECH is going to mainstream, and it could help liberate blocked websites. And the war against online censorship and surveillance recently saw a formidable development that could turn the tide in favor of internet freedom and privacy. Cloudflare, a notable internet infrastructure titan, has unveiled support for the encrypted client Hello privacy feature, essentially creating a sanctuary for free speech advocates and challenging established site blocking endeavors. So I really hope this happens, where people could just be found again. I just wish I was found from the start, right? And Iran rolls out invasive facial recognition tech in colleges. So Iran's doing the same thing, tightening the grip on surveillance and political suppression in Iranian universities has intensified as the Islamic Republic seeks to muzzle the academic community, with facial biometric verification becoming a staple for accessing even the most basic services. The cloak of unease drapes heavily upon the student body. Student groups from across the nation have raised concerns about the invasive measures. A striking video from the United States Telegram released October captures school officials in Shiraz University mandating students to provide facial scans to access food from service amenities. So to access food, they have to show their faces there. And that pretty much covers your internet or your censorship. I want to cover censorship on every show so people know where they're being blocked or where they're being shadow banned, where they're not being allowed to talk to. And I like to cover this on Mike in the Night because I think it's important, because we have been for a while now on this every platform censored to the teeth.